All right, hike number 2 on this trip to Virginia. Just got done yesterday afternoon, this morning, hiked of McAfee Knob on the Appalachian Trail. So then I headed north, now in Shenandoah National Park, on Skyline Drive. So I'm doing a hike, overnight hike. That'll be a loop of the Rocky Mount Trail and the Gap Run Trail, I believe, if I turn this the right way. Somewhere back there is Rocky Mount, where I'm headed to. All right, so a short walk on Skyline Drive, and here's the Rocky Mount trailhead. So just got started on the Rocky Mount Trail. Doesn't seem like it gets a lot of use. It's very grassy. This looks like the Rocky Mount right now. So getting close to the part where all right, so trail junction. So straight is the Rocky Mount Trail. This way is the Gap Run Trail, which I'll be returning on tomorrow. Still climbing. Man, I don't know why this climb is kicking my butt. Should be almost to the top of Rocky Mount. So I'm at a spot that's a little bit below the summit of Rocky Mount. There's kind of a rock sticking out. Kind of a cool view. It's getting a little bit cloudy now. It's kind of a nice hike. I just was struggling, so I enjoyed it as much as I could. So hiking down from Rocky Mount towards Gap Run. This part of the trail is pretty heavily vegetated. This part that I'm on right now, not so bad, but some other sections are pretty overgrown. Not too much to see here. So still on the way down to Gap Run. The trail goes through this rock slide, and it's not bad views here. So the other thing too is there's not like an ounce of water on this trail from the trailhead. So on the Rocky Mount part of the trail anyway. So we're low on fluids, and it's pretty hot out. So this post tells me that I've reached the Gap Run Trail. It tells me that I've come 5.3 miles from Skyline Drive. Taking the Gap Runway will take me 4.6 miles to go back there. I thought that this trail was supposed to be basically following a stream, and there are campsites along it, so that's what I'll be looking for. All right, no videos for a while. This is like one of the most disappointing hikes I've ever done. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this video, but I guess I should post the good with the bad, or the bad with the good, however it goes. but I was led to believe that this Gap Run trail would be along like a nice stream where there are campsites. The stream is barely flowing, like barely a trickle of water, and like there was one campsite right at the beginning, but no place with that, like, that's flat without rocks, trees, vegetation, nothing to set up a tent. So I hiked a pretty long way on the trail, and at that point it's like you know, it's only a couple more miles to finish the hike. So that's what I'm doing, even though it's like a pretty steep climb back to the trailhead. It's about 6 o'clock now. I got about 3 miles to go. But so that's unfortunate. All right, so just finishing up this, turned out to be a miserable hike. This is the view from my parking spot on Skyline Drive. I could have just stopped here, checked out some other equally good views, but this is about the best that I saw on this hike. Okay, so I just wanted to wrap up this hike. In reality, maybe the hike wasn't as bad as my videos suggest. The first half was pretty nice, but part of the reason that it was a little bit disappointing was because I got the idea from this book that I have that is basically called Hidden Gems, printed by Backpacker. So it has basically like 100 so-called hidden gems, or hikes that are like supposed to be really nice, but maybe a little bit off the beaten path or not that crowded. And I've done many hikes from this book that were pretty nice, but this one, I just want to read the description of this hike. First line says, crystalline swimming holes, secluded hollows, monster trout, see forever ridge lines. All right, not sure about that. A little bit further on, it says, don't miss this campsite, Gap Run, miles 5.4 to 6.4. Pinpoint a secluded piece of waterside real estate anywhere along Gap Run. Scout for an impacted spot among the hardwoods, or better yet, sling a hammock. It can be hard to find a flat, rock-free spot. Okay, that part's true. But there's no shortage of ideally positioned trees. You'll have prime access to clear swimming holes and excellent fishing for native brook trout. Well, there was no place along the trail where the water would have even covered my ankles. So I understand that sometimes streams can be seasonal, but that could have been in the description. But it didn't seem like, there certainly weren't campsites, and didn't seem like any place where there'd be a ton of water. So very disappointing, to say the least. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video.